situation you don't want to reevaluate. I did a reading like this same card probably a couple days ago. Let's see about this situation. What about the situation? What's going on and why you want to reevaluate? Let's see. So, Four of Pentacles in reverse, giving up control, bankruptcy, generosity, reckless spending, releasing of past, financial insecurity. And this makes a lot of sense of good reasons on why you don't want to reevaluate the situation. Mind you, this could be a person, place, or thing. So this could be a person that you're dealing with that's giving you this energy where you feel like you're rejecting it because you're giving up. You know, you've overextended your generosity. Or this could be a place, like a business, or, you know, something in that nature. Or it could be like a thing, like, you know, a job, your employer, somebody at work. Let's see. The High Priestess in reverse. Secrets, lack of self-trust, out of touch, silence, dissonance, accepting surface knowledge. More reasons why you don't want this energy in your space. You may be feeling like you have to you want to give up because there's too many secrets in this situation. You may be feeling like you want to give up because it's, you know, surface knowledge. Somebody's not looking at the full picture. Or, you know, the full picture isn't being taken into consideration. Releasing of the past. So it might be some past resentment in this situation too. Financial insecurity. So it could also be jeopardizing your finances. And see, you're a hard worker. You're not the type of person that's going to keep investing in a situation where your generosity has been taken advantage of. You're not the type of person that's going to keep yourself in a situation where your finances with financial insecurity risk. So long-term success, perseverance, rewards, harvest, planning, results, patience, hard work. Yeah, because you already putting the work in. You putting the work in for your own pentacles. So whatever the situation is, it's too iffy for you. This is an iffy situation that you're not trusted. And then the reckless spending and stuff, you work too hard to be, you know, for your money to be going to waste. And I think it is like an out of touch kind of situation. I don't know if this is a person, place, or thing for you, but whatever it is, it's literally out of touch. It's not a realistic goal. You're not finna waste your time. You work too hard. Yeah, see? Didn't I say abusing generosity? Six of Pentacles upright, generosity, share wealth, giving and receiving, financial support, stability. You've been providing financial support, and it's too many secrets in there for you. You probably don't even know what your money being spent on. You're not trusting the situation, and you probably feel like this is a situation that could send you into bankruptcy as well. You can't afford to keep spoon-feeding these folks. And then the lack of self-trust, they got too much going on. You know, the High Priestess, she gets her flowers. This person ain't doing nothing to get their own flowers. But they keep depending on you because you the hard worker. So you can provide that financial security for them. Yeah, you finna avoid these, you finna avoid these daggers. You finna avoid crying in the night behind this situation because you rejecting it. You literally letting go of this situation. You releasing your worry about this person. I think you finally realize you can't worry about somebody who's not worried about themselves. You're literally gaining clarity on this situation. Look, this is what you're gaining clarity about. You can't keep doing this. This is the kind of situation where generosity, a saying that my mama always says, no good deed goes unpunished. That's what I see from this situation. No good deed goes unpunished. You could try to be as good as you can to a person. You could try to help them out, but eventually if they don't want to help themselves, they're going to drag you down with them. Lack of teamwork. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Trouble in collaboration. Lack of cohesion, conflict, poor motivation, lack of commitment. I think the most important reason why you're rejecting and don't want this reevaluation with this person is because of lack of motivation. You can't even motivate these people to do anything for themselves. They literally just want to keep depending on you. They literally just want to keep depending on your hard work. They literally just want to keep depending on you spoon feeding them. Okay? Now, you rejecting them because you finna start pinching your pennies. You cut off their, how to say it, their grace that they were getting from you. They're no longer getting this grace. For my Christians, like they always say, when God is covering you, you got grace. Same thing for people. Sometimes people are saving you from your downfall. And this is another thing about Christians too. When you interfering with somebody learning a lesson, this could be a lesson somebody needed to learn, hitting this rock bottom. You standing in the way. You are standing in the way. And you may be standing in the way of God's fate. So my thing is, I'm a spiritualist, but I always have to tell my Christians, you are literally becoming on the enemy side of God because you're literally standing in the way of this person's lesson. You're going to catch that wrath too. Can't do that. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is why that wrath needs to be felt by this person. Self-absorbed, financial independence. Didn't I say they're dependent on your finances and they dependent on your hard work and your labor? Imbalance of family and work. Dependence. Obsessed with status. So they probably using all their money to dress themselves up in material shit. But when it's time to pay the bills, when it's time to buy groceries, when it's time to do something for them kids, when a car get broke down, they got to come to you. They got to come to you and use your fruits. And you keep saving the day. But I really think you to the point where you know you can't reevaluate the situation with them no more. You got to let this go. You got to let them bang their head. You got to use your own strength for you. You got to cut off the faucet of strength. Because that's really what you're doing. You really using your own strength to protect them. You can't do that. And you saving them for themselves. Yeah. 5 of Swords upright. Conflict, battles, fights, violence, aggression, intimidation, competition, hostility, and defeat. This is how you feeling. Because you're literally fighting them. And you probably, not even that, you probably got outside conflict too from other people observe it and probably tell you. Like if this is a situation with an adult kid and parents, they probably been trying to tell you that adult child been taking advantage. You probably even getting hell from outsiders trying to tell you. They even causing you to have conflict with other people. Knight of Cups. Romance, charming, graceful, invitations, following your heart and dreams. You was having this conflict because of your heart. You was probably even thinking this was a part of your responsibility. That's why I'm even thinking this is adult kids. You were probably thinking that this is your role as a family member, but it's not. It is to a certain extent, but not to have your generosity abused. But I think you need to move on from the situation. That's why you don't want to reevaluate. Transition, letting go of hatred, moving on, leaving behind, relief journeys. I think you really realize you have to leave them behind. You're going to have to leave them behind so they can grow. And I think too, with this Knight of Cups and with this conflict, you might have somebody. You may be a person with an adult child, but you might have a new suitor, or you might be getting into a new relationship and it may be affected. This relationship you have with your adult children, abusing your generosity, may be affecting your new relationship. And I think that's where that conflict may be coming from too, this new suitor that's trying to come in and give you your heart. But I think this is an adult child. You're going to have to move on with your life and go on with your suitor and let these people live. You can't sacrifice your own happiness because of this. Now, it's not going to resonate with everybody, but this makes sense to somebody. And just for confirmation, yeah. The 4 of Swords, and this is upright. Rest, relaxation, contemplation, peace, contemplation, recuperation, rejuvenated sanctuary. Yeah, you finna run away to your sanctuary. And I think it's with this new suitor. that's trying to give you cups. And I'm even give you a little piece of advice too. If this is your adult child and they're causing conflict with this new suitor that's trying to come into your life, don't side eye your Knight of Cups that's coming in. It's probably your adult kids you need to side eye. All right, y'all.